skills. As they grow, writing will become an important part of both their academic and professional lives. So how can Josh help his students become great writers? There are two elements that teachers can use to help students develop their writing skills: tools and activities. Let's look closer at each of these elements and how Josh can use them to help his students grow as writers. Josh knows how important it is for him to teach his students to be good writers. He also knows that a key element of teaching anything is having the right tools and materials for his students. There are many good tools and materials that Josh can use in classroom writing activities. These include journals, also known as writing notebooks. Josh has each of his students keep a writing notebook to record their thoughts, observations, and feelings. Sometimes he gives them a topic to help get them going, but many times he just lets them write freely. Josh knows that writing notebooks should be a place to incubate thoughts. He tells his students not to worry about producing good writing in their notebooks. Instead, he tells them to just get thoughts down on paper. Later, they can move things out of their notebooks and revise them to make them better, but the notebook itself should just be a collection of ideas that they can draw from later. Word walls are another great tool for writing classrooms. Here, Josh can put important vocabulary words up for the whole class to see. This allows students to develop their vocabulary in a very physical, visual way. Josh tries to make his word wall colorful and visually inviting. He keeps it simple and uncluttered, and puts up the most recent vocabulary words that the class is learning. That way, students can turn to the word wall to help them as they learn the words. A writing center is another good tool for writing. This is a place in the classroom where students can go to write. It can include writing materials like paper and pens or pencils, as well as tools like a list of story starters or questions to get the kids thinking. Josh's writing center is in a quiet corner of his classroom, which is important because students will want peace and quiet to help them concentrate as they write. Josh knows that having the right tools like writing notebooks, a word wall, and a writing center is crucial for helping his students develop their writing skills. But equally important are the writing activities that he chooses to use in his classroom. For example, a writer's workshop is a way of teaching writing through explanation, modeling, and practice of writing in all its varied forms. A writer's workshop is a great way for Josh to demonstrate how to be a writer. He can explain an element of writing, like using a simile, and then model it by showing how he would construct a piece of writing with a simile in it. Finally, he would have his students practice using similes in their own writing. This is a great activity to allow his students to learn how to become writers. Guided writing is another activity that Josh can use. This offers students the chance to write in small groups with guidance from the teacher. For example, if he notices that several of his students are struggling to write compelling openings to their writing pieces, Josh might pull them together to practice writing opening sentences as a group. Writing can be an arduous process for students, and many of them see it as hard work. One activity to help instill in students a sense of pride and excitement about writing is a celebration. Students can sit in an author's chair and read their finished work to the class, or Josh can set up an exchange where students are able to read each other's work and compliment each other on it. However he chooses to structure his celebration, Josh knows that type of activity is important for helping students feel a sense of accomplishment and success. There are many tools and activities that teachers can use to help their students develop writing skills. Tools include writing notebooks or journals, which are places to incubate ideas, word walls for helping students learn vocabulary, and writing centers, which allow students a quiet place dedicated to writing. Important activities for writing development include the Writer's Workshop, which offers explanation, modeling, and practicing writing, guided writing, whereby students can write in small groups with guidance from the teacher, and celebrations, such as having students read aloud from an author's chair or share their work with other students.